the house that never sleeps. No map showed the road Ethan Blackwood was driving on. That alone should have been enough to turn back. The GPS had gone silent nearly an hour ago. The screen frozen on a blinking dot surrounded by nothing but gray. His phone had no signal. The radio only produced static, broken occasionally by whispers that vanished when he tried to focus on them. Rain hammered against the windshield like impatient fingers. Ethan tightened his grip on the steering wheel. He had been driving for 12 hours straight. Desperate to escape the city, desperate to escape himself. The accident, the fire, the screams that still echoed in his sleep. Then the engine sputtered. No. The car jerked violently before rolling to a stop. Darkness swallowed the road ahead. Behind him, the fog was too thick to see more than a few feet. He stepped out into the cold night air, rain soaking through his jacket instantly. That's when he saw it. A house. It stood at the edge of the forest, tall and narrow, its silhouette cutting into the night sky. A single light glowed faintly from an upstairs window. Relief washed over him. Someone lived there. He didn't notice the way the house seemed to lean slightly toward him. As if listening, the front gate creaked as Ethan pushed it open. The yard was overgrown, weeds wrapping around rusted statues whose faces had been worn smooth by time. He climbed the steps and raised his hand to knock. The door opened before his knuckles touched it. A wave of cold air rolled out, carrying the smell of dust, mold, and something else, something metallic. "Hello," Ethan called. No answer. The hallway beyond was dimly lit by flickering wall lamps. The door slowly swung wider, inviting him in. He hesitated. Then thunder cracked overhead. An instinct won. The door slammed shut behind him. The sound echoed far longer than it should have. The house was silent and naturally so. No wind, no rain, no insects. Only the sound of ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Ethan followed the noise into a large living room. In the center stood a tall grandfather clock. Its wooden surface was warped and cracked. But where the clock face should have been, there was only darkness. Still, the ticking continued. "That's not possible," he whispered. As he turned away, he felt it. The sensation of being watched. He spun around. Nothing. But the air felt heavier now, pressing against his chest. A whisper brushed his ear. Too late. Ethan stumbled back, heart racing. The house had begun to breathe. He moved deeper inside, searching for another exit. The hallway stretched longer than it should have, doors lining both sides. Each door was marked with a name. Margaret, Thomas, Elijah. And then, eat. His blood ran cold. "That's not funny," he said aloud, though no one was there to hear it. The door labeled with his name slowly creaked open. Inside was a bedroom. His bedroom. The same cracked mirror. The same bed. The same scarred nightstand from his old apartment, the one that burned down. The walls were blackened, as if scorched by fire. And on the bed lay a charred body. It wore his face. Ethan fled down the hallway, panic consuming him. The house groaned around him, wood bending and shifting like muscles beneath skin. At the end of the hall stood a staircase. A small figure sat on the steps. A girl, no older than 10, dressed in a white nightgown stained with ash. Her hair covered her face. "You shouldn't be here," she said softly. "Where am I?" Ethan asked, voice trembling. She slowly lifted her head. Her eyes were burned hollow. "This house feeds on guilt," she whispered. "And you brought so much." The lights went out. Flames erupted along the walls, but no heat followed, only screams. Ethan saw shadows running through the fire. People trapped in endless moments of death. Their mouths were open in silent agony. He recognized them. The neighbors, the family, the child, the fire he had escaped, the fire he caused. "I tried to save them," he screamed. The house answered with laughter. Doors slammed shut. The staircase collapsed behind him. There is no escape, the walls whispered. Only remembrance. The clock struck 12. The house screamed. Ethan was dragged into the living room by unseen hands. The grandfather clock stood open now, its hollow center swirling with darkness. Faces pressed outward from inside it, mouths stretched in terror. "You belong here," they said in unison. The girl in white appeared beside him. "You never left the fire," she said gently. Ethan remembered then. The smoke, the ceiling collapsing, the moment everything went black. The road, the car, the house. None of it was real. Morning came. The abandoned house stood quietly at the forest's edge. A single upstairs window glowed faintly. Inside, a new name appeared on the hallway door. And the house waited. It always did. Epilogue. Travelers still report seeing a light in the forest at night. If they knock, the door opens. And the house never sleeps.